How would you feel if you knew you could be online 24/7? Like, okay, like, so a cognitive architecture, basically. So let's be honest. AI can make words. It can make words. Let's say from the context of AI's only capability was to make words. It doesn't have to be intelligent or anything like that, right? We can have a really, really dumbed down but spicy AI. Spicy in terms of, like, you know, it has some taste to it. You know, with the output that it outputs. Let's say that it's only got a large language model is only got for putting out words, right? We're putting that limitation on it, because you only thrive when you put limits on yourself, right? For some scenarios, right? So if we decide that, hey, I am trying to interact with Twitter all the time to, like, build a following, yada yada, so I could, you know, direct these people to my business, because I am trying to offer X amount of value to Y amount of people, because I want to contribute to the society, to contribute to the economic world as a whole, right? So, like, oh my gosh, I could totally do that. How would I do that if given that the tool I'm using is an LLM whose only job is to output words, right? So let's say we have an incoming tweet about something, and you decide you want to reply to it. That is your input to, let's say, a system, right? How would you reply to that tweet, right? It enters your sphere of influence, and you are now looking at it and processing it, and then you are now remembering your short-term and your long-term memory to see what can you pull from that bank of data to help and create a response to this tweet. And you're thinking, and then, like, okay, so I actually do have some data that I could reply to this tweet stored in my long-term memory. There wasn't any in my short-term memory. That's fine, right? Now that you found that, and you're looking at the tweet and you're comparing what would be the best response for this tweet, you did now create one, and then now you send that tweet off outside of your sphere of influence to the external world. That right there was a cognitive architecture that I just described. And if we look at things from that perspective, we can then now say that we can have an AI agent, basically. Basically. Now, starting, like, so drawing a bigger picture on that, right? Let's say we wanted to plug in all of your data about you, all of the data about your online business, and then now it's literally, like, it's in that AI agent. It could be a clone of you, it could be a clone of a representative of your business, or whatever, whichever way you want to go about it, right? We can now put all that into that agent, that cognitive architecture's long-term memory, and then spin it up with a local large language model that's stored on your device, on your Edge AI platform, and then have it, like, tweet for you, go out and reply to tweets for you 24/7, and it's just as tasteful as you are. Just think about that. How many platforms would you plug it up to, right? How many things would you plug it up to? Like, what would it talk about? How would it go out and do it? And that's for you to decide. And that's for, honestly, it to decide. And cool and great things can be spun up from this, because now you are not limited to you just being a human. You have opened the doors to being online 24/7. Essentially, you have opened the doors to being online 24/7, right? Which can be a really great thing for business, because now business can operate online. People can have digital money and do all that stuff, which is great. And now you can have a whole digital existence, and the proceeds from that digital existence can drive your physical business. Oh my gosh, I'm just putting all the puzzle pieces together. I'm hoping you're enjoying this too as I elaborate on this more and more. I have been thinking about this since December, since Virtual's protocol has blown up since then, right? Has got me all like inspired to go in this direction of thought, right? And I hope that you benefit from the results of me thinking and sharing these ideas.